Hi, welcome to part two in my series on the history of brands. Now, to remind you, the goal of this video series is to give you a little bit more perspective on how brands have evolved, because brands have been used as tools of human trade and commerce for thousands of years. And the way that we're looking at that evolution is through a series of functional adaptations, right? Different ways that brands have worked, and we're visualizing those as a series of layers, like the layers of an onion. And this week, we'll be looking at the second layer, how brands emerged as forms of trust.
The next evolution of brands as commercial tools was an extension of the first. As producers started to sell their goods, brands became symbols, not of ownership, but of the provenance or origin of a product. Wherever trade arose, artisans used simple trademarks to show who made it and where. Farmers, traders, and craftspeople developed brands as marks of authenticity in ancient China, Egypt, Sumer, Greece, and Rome. We have examples of early branding in pottery, jewelry, clothing, olive oil, bread, and even coffins. Using brands in this way provided producers with a simple, effective way to signal consistency, build trust, and maintain enduring relationships with their customers. As their reputations grew, it would have also allowed them to charge more money. As symbols of trust, brands make relationships tangible and transferable. They symbolize a producer's reputation, assuring buyers and providing a guarantee of quality. Brands reduce the perceived risk of buying a product or a service by telling the buyer that it comes from a source that's authentic, known, and trustworthy. Conveying trust is still the primary function of brands. When we buy from a brand that we trust, we don't have to worry about getting ripped off or buying something of low quality. And as we get more experience with a particular brand, this trust develops into a relationship or even a habit. Brands that build loyalty have an easier time selling to new customers and reselling to old ones. They may even have an easier time extending into new areas of business based on the strength of their name. Next, we'll look at how brands developed over time as shared ideas to coordinate human efforts in new, bigger, and longer-lasting organizations.
Thanks for watching. If you want to read more about how brands built, broke, and can renew the world, please check out my Substack at brandnewworld.substack.com.